What's up, college football fans, and welcome to Week 2 of TJ's College Football Vlog. Hope you enjoyed Week 1's matchups. Week 2 should be even more exciting than the first. So let's go ahead and jump into contender and pretender. This week's contender is quarterback Robert Griffin of Baylor. He went 21 for 27 passing, passed for 5 touchdowns, and racked up over 400 total yards of offense, running, passing, and even receiving. Helped his Baylor Bears to a big win over the TCU Horned Frogs, breaking the Horned Frogs' 25-game winning streak and putting himself on the Heisman list. Mr. Griffin, congratulations. This week's pretender has a lot to do with Baylor as well. In the last month, Texas A&M has made it clear that it is done playing in the Big 12 and that it wants to make the move to the SEC. Baylor and other schools in the Big 12 are doing everything they can to keep Texas A&M from making the jump. Now, why does Texas A&M want out of the Big 12? 2 words: Longhorn Network. ESPN and Texas have recently entered into a joint venture in which they will create a 24-hour University of Texas sports network. It will cover all of the Longhorn sports and also provide some other programming that Longhorn fans will be interested in. Now, if you're a Texas fan, it's a great deal. If you're a fan of any other team in the Big 12, it's a terrible deal. It puts you at a major disadvantage for recruiting, for getting your team out on television, and Texas A&M was the first team to realize this. Now, I don't want to blame this problem on Texas. If you were Texas, what would you do? If ESPN offered you a news channel to just show nothing but your sports for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you would get a lot of money off of it, you would say yes to. No, no, no. The fault goes to this week's pretender, ESPN. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. ESPN is the Walmart of sports. You can find everything you want there. You can find more than you'd ever need there. Unfortunately, it's a big evil corporation, and they make bad business moves like the Longhorn Network. Or, if you're interested and would like to do some more reading, I invite you to look up the name Craig James and Mike Leach. See what kind of mess that ESPN got themselves with that one into. But ESPN, I'm asking you as a sports fan. I have appreciated you for many years in providing me all the opportunities to watch sports that I wanted. But this was a bad business move, and you did a major disservice to the Big 12 schools not named Texas. Folks, do better. This week's games to watch. We're going to start in Happy Valley, Pennsylvania, with number 3 Alabama traveling to take on number 23 Penn State. It's a battle of legendary coaches. You got Joe Paterno, the man who has no age, versus Nick Saban of Alabama, the man who has no personality. I kid because I love. Great coaches. Both Alabama and Penn State are coming off of easy wins over easy opponents, and it's going to be a running back battle between Bama's Trent Richardson and Penn State's Silas Reed. However, Richardson is the better running back, and Alabama is the better team. Look for Alabama to win a tight game in Happy Valley. Second game to watch this week is Notre Dame at Michigan. This is going to be a historical game, as it'll be the first night game ever in Michigan's Big House. Michigan is trying to keep moving up the rankings, and Notre Dame, well, they're trying not to fall any farther after losing a big upset to South Florida in South Bend. Michigan is under new management with Brady Hoke, but they've got the same star, quarterback Denard Robinson, a dual-threat great athlete. The Irish don't have the defense to keep up with him. Look for Michigan to win in a very offense-heavy game. Now, for our hometown heroes, we're going to start off with the big game this week. Number 12, South Carolina, going to Athens, Georgia, to take on the Bulldogs. It's a huge SEC matchup. The winner of this game will likely have an inside track on winning the SEC East. Now, South Carolina and Georgia come into this game from completely different angles. South Carolina's just come off of a very exciting win at a neutral location. They've got their highest expectations ever. Georgia, on the other hand, comes off of a devastating loss in Atlanta to the Boise State Broncos. And right now, Coach Mark Richt is probably on the hottest seat of any coach in college football. The psychology has a lot to do with this game. Even though it's between the hedges, one of the hardest places to play in all of college football, Mentality will win the game for South Carolina. South Carolina is coming in this game playing to win. Georgia is going to come in playing not to lose. Look for Mr. Marcus Lattimore to once again be the big difference in this game. And look for South Carolina to win a very close, low-scoring game. Next matchup, we'll go up to Death Valley again for Clemson taking on the in-state Wofford Terriers. This game's pretty easy to explain. Clemson is coming off of a very high-scoring win over Troy. Wofford coming off of a very, very close win over Presbyterian College. Look for Wofford's wishbone offense to give the Tigers a little bit of trouble in the beginning, but Clemson will figure it out and win fairly comfortably. Now, for Furman versus Citadel. Furman's coming off of a tough loss to the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers in Myrtle Beach, much at the hands of former Gamecock Aramis Hillary playing a great game at quarterback. The Bulldogs, on the other hand, coming off of a very comfortable win over the Jacksonville University Dolphins, 31-9 in Charleston. It's going to be a tough one because it's in Charleston. It's going to be in the heat. And the Bulldogs love nothing more than beating the Furman Paladins. But Furman running back Jerry Williams is more than a match for Citadel's defense, and I look to Furman to pick up a very, very hard-fought win over the Bulldogs this weekend. Well, that's all I have this week for College Football Vlog. Hope you enjoy the games. Hope you have a wonderful week. God bless.